Hello, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Dion. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. As usual, we're going to start our video with chapstick, and this is vanilla mint scented and flavored. So I'm going to show you what we're going to use for the eyeshadow look. I'm going to tell you what's on my face, and then we're going to get into the tutorial. So what we're using today is Pat McGrath Mothership #1. Yes, there's a label because hello, label hooker here. So anyway, this is what Mothership #1 Subliminal looks like. Is this Mothership #1? Why am I thinking blue was in the second one? The second one had a green, I think. Y'all, I'm just so excited. I don't even know what I'm using. Mothership #1 Subliminal. This is what we're using today. This will be my look #7 with this palette, and I am excited, as you can see. So what's on my face right now? Y'all, I'm just so excited to use this palette again, like for real. We have on the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'll do the intro as I'm priming my lids like I usually do, because when I don't do it that way, I throw myself off. And there's this, you see this? I don't know what this is or where this is from, but it's itchy. I don't know. Yeah, I get distracted. Milk Hydro Grip Face Primer, and we're using our Pat McGrath M18. It's in an airless pump, and we are almost finished, y'all. Look at that. I am excited. We have on our Estee Lauder long title double wear stay in place flawless wear concealer. The shade is 4N. That is under my eyes. We set the face with the Fashion Fair Set It Loose powder. The shade is truly tawny, and it is my perfect shade. Then we put on from Haus Labs, excuse me, let me slow down. Haus Labs blush. This one is deep level 10, and we put that here in the perimeter of our face, and then we took medium level 7 and we just added that like in this part and very lightly on the perimeter and right here on the tip of my big nose. Then we took, oh, let me back up to the beginning, brows, which is the first thing I always do, Fenty Brow Pencil. Then we took Hourglass Snake Palette. I haven't been using this a lot lately. In between us, I'm wondering if I want to put it in my McGrath store, but we did use it today. We used these two. Let me see, #4. This is #4. This is Sunbeam. We use that as a blush. So that's this, and this one here, I am backwards. This one is Mystic Flush. That's what we used here. That's what this is. And then we use this one, which is Sunbeam, and we put that up top. So that shimmer you see right here, that's Sunbeam. And then we use Radiant Light to set, well, not to set, but for under eye, because it helps camouflage my under eye discoloration just a little bit. And then we also put that all over the face. Then for lower lash line, we use NYX Retractable Eyeliner, and this one is in gold. So that's under here. And for inner realms, upper and lower, NYX Retractable Eyeliner, and this shade is deep blue. Then we sprayed the face with Scandinavia finishing spray. That is everything. So let me prime the eyes as usual with the Fenty eyeshadow primer. I have brushes laid out. I'm super excited. I haven't used this palette in a while because I've been using other stuff, but let's get into this intro. I am hella excited. If you're here, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I do have some new subscribers. I see you, and I appreciate you as well. I call this channel the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. Why? Because sometimes I act a little crazy. As Norman Bates said, we all go a little mad sometimes. And if you do, or I should say when you do, it's okay. And even if it happens in videos, you know, you saw me earlier, I got excited, I got flustered. It's all a part of who I am because I'm just super excited. It's okay to be yourself and not to pretend to be something or someone other than who you really are. So that's the crazy part. And you're like, you mean just accept who I am? Yes. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community's standards. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique, because that's what we keep seeing here on the YouTube streets. Use whatever you want to, however you want to, because you set the standard for yourself. Wear whatever, however, because you need to be satisfied with what your makeup looks like. So yeah, I'm telling you, wear what you want and just rock it. Crazy concept, right? The bottom line here at the Crazy Troll Nation is self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. That is what the Crazy Troll Nation is about. So the eyes are primed. We're going to get into this palette. I am super excited. If all of that sounds good to you, go ahead and click subscribe. The majority of my videos, I do the intro because it's a nice reminder to just love who you are. Wear what you want. Love how it looks. But more importantly, love how you look without it. Love yourself, y'all. So what else you'll see here are hauls. I do have some new stuff that I have to use. You won't see a lot of new releases because I don't buy a lot of new releases. You'll see it mostly what you're going to see today, like eyeshadow tutorials and me using what I have, because I'm a fan of using what I have and not feeling like it's always about the newest thing. So for right now, we're going to take VR Violet. We're going to put this on the inner portion of the lid. We're going to use a short shader brush for that because the shorter one, the slimmer one, gives me more control. And look how this just shows up. For me, the Fenty primer is a tacky primer, so I don't feel the need to like use an extra adhesive. If I do want more saturation, I will use a sponge tip applicator, which for me mimics a finger application. I don't like using my hands for makeup. And so don't feel like you have to do what people saying this is what you need to do. Find your own way. Try different things though. And then just stick with what works best for you, excuse me. And the techniques I use are what works best for me. So just do your own thing and you will find your way. This is so pretty. This will be nice all over the lid and maybe even over a black base. Just all over the lid as a one and done. And then maybe put this in outer corner because I like darker looks. This is nice. We're going to take Lilac Dusk, this shade here with a wider shader brush. And we're going to put that on the center part of the lid or the second part of the lid. I think I brought the first shade over too far. This is going to be a soft monochromatic look. I really like this palette. I didn't think I was when I first got it. Because it's lighter, it's cooler tone than I prefer, but it leans neutral on me. So I'm just like, oh, I really do like this. This is one of my top Motherships. And I would love for them to come out with one similar to it or even darker. Like do like a smoky one or do like a grungy one. You know what I mean? But, you know, we can dream because the investors and whoever's in creative control, they're on their own path. And it is not the Pat McGrath path. She's doing fabulous things on Runway. And then the makeup coming out. It's like, there's a disconnect here. Like this is not, this ain't it. But this is it. This is it. I love it. And now we're going to take Substance, this shade here, and we're going to put that next to Lilac. So that's going to go here. Actually, we're going to take this most of the way over, but not all the way, because we're going to put a deeper shade on the outer corner. So we're just going to put this here. I just heard a thump outside, and I'm hoping that's my delivery that says it's going to be delivered today by 6 o'clock. And actually, like 5 minutes to 6 right now. So I wonder if that's what that was. We will see. Trying to hear if I hear a truck out there. Like the delivery truck. I hope that's my package. And I hope they delivered it to my door so I don't have to go back out to my box. Because we have cluster boxes. So we have to go get our mail. Unless it's something that doesn't fit in the box. Or unless it's Amazon or excuse me, like FedEx or something like that. And some Amazon goes to my box too if it's like a third party seller. But if it's from actual Amazon, it does come to my door. So that is what that is looking like. And I know we have that sharp line, which I love. But we're going to take that away because we're going to take Depth, this shade here. And that's going to go in our outer corner. I love this shape. And I'm not able to get it once I come down here. So this is Depth. Ooh, and then we're going to just bring this up here. Wow. I love this palette. I am just so excited. I had a therapy appointment today with a new client, and so I'm excited about that too. It is work though, so I still have to do my notes, and since the session ended, I've been processing the session so I can do my notes and send him a write-up of suggestions for homework for him to do. And so I'm excited about that too, because sometimes with therapy, the client doesn't really want to do the work, and you can't help someone if they don't want to be helped. And so, but he's really wanting to like do this work and put the effort in. And so I'm really excited about that. I love helping people who want to be helped, because it is a partnership type thing. Like, I can't help someone if they really don't want it. And as a therapist, like, we can't force it. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about that too. The shapes are different as usual. I'm taking a little bit more, because this side seems to be down further, but once I put liner down there, it'll cover that up. We're going to get funky later because we're going to be using that blue. And I know a lot of people gravitate to the blue. And I've had, people comment, oh, I thought you were going to put the blue on the lid. That's typical. That's why I don't always put the blue on the lid, because I want to show you something different with this palette. And that's my goal with the looks that I do, is to show you guys something different and not just keep showing you stuff that you've seen over and over already on YouTube. This is a brush that had the Fashion Fair Set It Loose Truly Tawny powder on it. And so that's my goal, to show you something different. Like, everything doesn't always need to look like everything else. And honestly, between us, like, I get bored when I keep seeing the same looks with the same palettes, or even similar looks with different palettes. And I'm just like, okay, you just did a similar look with something else. Because stuff just, to me, starts to look the same. And that, to me, when most things start looking the same, to me, is boring, because it's like, okay, I've seen that already, or something very similar. And so my goal here is to try to show you something different. This is the brush that had depth on it, so I am just sweeping it further over into my transition area. So that's what I'm doing here, because we're not going to put a shade. Oh yeah, we are going to put a shade under the brow, but I'm bringing this up over, so we only have just this little bit of area here above my. Oh, I like this. Wow. And you saw how quick and easy this is. We're 12 minutes in, and that was with the intro and me showing you what's on my face. And the eye look is almost done. Now we're going to take Ultimate Taupe, this shade right here, and we're going to just tap. It's a tapered blending brush, so we're tapping in, and you can see the shadow on the tip of the brush. We're going to tap off, and we're just going to tap that like right here. Oh, I forgot to tell you, in the intro, I do curse sometimes in my videos. I try to catch myself. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Troll, why you be cursing in your videos? Because I curse sometimes, period. That's why. Like what you said, I was about to tap back in, but I didn't. So yeah, I am tapping in, tapping off. And so, also, which hasn't happened yet, my throat randomly gurgles, hiccups, and belches through videos. I do always say excuse me, but if you hear something or you see me go, that's a hiccup that I'm internalizing. And I'll be like, oh, excuse me. This one seems to come further out than here. Tapping in, tapping off again. Tapping in, tapping off again. Trying to get it to the same, but all that did is just dull down depth, which is okay. We're going to just leave it like this. We're going to tap in one more time and not tap off because it's just a tiny bit. And we're just going to put this here. I started to say I was going to leave it alone, right? We are right now. This is where it's going to get funky. We're going to use a thick smudger brush. This sucker is thick. And we're going to go into the blue. Why did I have blue pencil liner for lower lash line? And I put the gold under there. Do I want to put the blue under there too? Yeah, this was supposed to have been blue. The blue that I put on my inner rims, that was supposed to have been under here. But we're not. So we're going to wiggle this in here. We're going to press and wiggle. This makes a line thick because it is a thick smudger brush. And so this helps me place and blow it down at the same time. Sometimes I like a thin line and sometimes I like a thick line. And I wanted a thick line today because we're doing something funky. Funky meaning a good thing, not funky and a bad thing. And there are some bad funks, but this is a good funk. So again, just showing you something different. Ooh, that looks You look funky. I think I'm gonna take a smaller brush and bring this closer to the lash line. That looks like I'm sick because I can see the gold up here, and so it looks like this is further down than would look nicer to me. If I had the blue under here, the blue liner pencil, it would look different, but that gold is really shining through. Wow. So we are going to take a smaller brush, a thinner brush, and put this under here. Ooh, that's even looking patchy. And this is not a patchy shadow, but trying to just like wiggle it in. Because sometimes with the celestial shades and just shadow in general, if I swipe it, sometimes it'll puff up and get into my eye, and then my eyes will start tearing. So that's why I'm just trying to press and wiggle, but then it ain't quite looking right. But it'll look right by the time we're done, I promise you. This is different. And I have like a bump right here, and so that interferes too with how shadow looks right there. Sometimes it just makes shadow look brighter because it's a bump, so the light just like amplifies the bump. I look sick in a good way. I'm kind of digging it. We're going to take a stubby smudger brush using that same blue, and we're going to come right up under our lash line. Is this working, y'all? I don't know. We're going to make it work. I might end up taking that blue liner and putting under here, the pencil liner that I put on my inner rooms. I don't know why I thought, well, I do. Now that I'm looking at my notes, I do know why I put that gold under here, even though it was a mistake. Ooh, that's looking better. So we're just trying to fill in the gaps here. And even though I'm trying to come under my lash line, I am on top of my lashes. So, ooh, that looks better. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. All right, all right, all right. Hey, we getting it. And I'm still doing a black lip. Even though Black History Month is over, y'all, I'm still just loving doing the black lip. Someone commented that for me, a black lipstick is my neutral lipstick. And I said, you know what? You're right. And usually, like, neutral is something that just, like, blends in to your complexion. But for me, that's my neutral, even though it doesn't blend into my complexion. Is that looking better? But I just love me a black lip. And so we're going to do a black lip. And this is my outdoor shirt, because I did go out earlier today before I had my therapy client. I like this. Some of y'all are probably like, no, I don't like that. And that's okay. And sometimes, ask yourself this though. Do you not like it because it's butt ass ugly, or do you not like it just because it's different? Because it's something you haven't seen or are not used to seeing, like a thick blue line underneath with it looking light and ethereal up top. And so do you not like it because it's ugly, or do you not like it, well, because you think it's ugly? Or do you not like it because it's just different and you're just not used to it? So that's the question if you don't like it. So for our inner lower lash line, we're going to take this shade here. And this shade is Pale Gold 002. So that's going to go right here. Right here. Excuse me if you heard that in my throat. It was like, I do need to eat lunch. And yes, earlier I did say it was after 6 p.m. and I haven't eaten lunch. I'm nocturnal. Usually sometimes I'm still asleep at this time. I go to sleep in the morning, but I wanted to run errands before the therapy thing. And then I was like, oh, I was going to do a different video, which I'm going to do after this one, but I'm like, let me do this look first. Oh, this is nice. Y'all, we be doing some things. We are dragging this over that gold shade. I did tap in on both sides of the brush. Because this is so thin, I am able just to lay it flat and just pull it over. And so that's what we're doing. And I think that does, I think that does look better than when it was just the blue. And I was just going to have it right here. And something was like, just keep dragging it. I like, so we're just blending the two together. We're going to go back with the brush. No, we're not. I was going to take the brush that had the blue and go back and forth in the middle again. We are. So we're just taking this and we're just going back and forth which is hazardous because it could puff up into my eye. But just where the two meet. Oh, oh, oh. So those are the looks, the shadows. This is the look. So we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades out of the 10 in this palette. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we used 6, 7. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. We used 7. We used 1. First half of the first portion of the lid, center lid, first portion of the lid, second part of the lid, third part of the lid, outer corner, brow bone, lower lash line, inner lower lash line. So we use 7 shades out of the 10 for this one look. So if you have this palette, let me know if this is something that you would recreate. We're not done with the funkiness though. We're going all the way. We go all the way here. We go all the way. I can't tell if it's Fallout or if it's Radiant Light and or the Scandinavia spray, because that does leave a radiance to my skin too. We're going to use Inglot number 87. We're going to put this on upper lash line. If I had a dark blue, I would. Black would make sense too, but I told y'all we be doing things here. And I have a gray too, but that would be kind of boring. We don't like boring here. So we're going to put this on. This is a MAC 210 brush. Just a really thin, short pencil brush. I'm going to edit this out. I'm going to edit putting on MAC Stack Mascara. I'm going to edit out putting on MAC's Caviar. We will be back with the finished look. This is our finished look. We did all the things we said we were going to do. We also used the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Alien, which is black, just to clean up my lower lip line. My lips naturally are asymmetrical, and putting on a dark lipstick just accentuate it. And the more I try to get it to look the same, the more it doesn't. But this is what we have. Do this for me. If you're new here and you enjoyed this video and you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that button and the notification bell. Comment, like, share, subscribe, join, all of that stuff. And let me know what you think about this look. It's not typical because we didn't use the blue. I do have a playlist for this palette. I will link that as an end cap, and I'll also put it down in the iCards because I do have a look with the blue on the lid. And so that's something I get a lot is, I thought you were going to use the blue. I have done a look with the blue. And as I said, I do like to do things that are not typical that we see. So what about this look? I do really love this look. I love how the lower lash line turned out. I like how it turned green in the middle. I do think the blue liner was good up top. It just adds a little more visual interest. I think if you don't want to do the lower lash line, if you don't want to mix those colors under there, and even if you don't want to do a blue liner, a black would be fine, a dark brown, even a dark gray would be good. But even if you just wanted to do the lid work, it was an easy look, and it was very simple to do. 4 shades out of the palette on the lid, and it doesn't even look like it. Everything just worked so well together. Let me know if you have this palette, if you would do this look, or if you're going to recreate this look and also make it your own using whatever type of liner colors you would like to use. And also, what lip color would you do with this look? Would you do a black? Because I'm going to keep rocking black. But anyway, thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me very soon.